The biggest matches in the football calendar. Wembley Stadium is the venue for the Empower Championship playoff final. Crystal Palace and Watford are vying for a place in the Premier League, a prize worth an estimated £120 million. While Ian Holloway has triumphed in the playoffs with Blackpool, Gianfranco Zola has never managed a team at Wembley. Two teams with different styles of play. They share the same goal: promotion to the top tier of English football. Having only narrowly missed out on automatic promotion, Watford arrived at Wembley as many people's favourites. Palace were underdogs, but prefer it that way, the Eagles having upset Brighton in the semi-finals. But who would cope better with the Wembley atmosphere? Commentary comes from Jonathan Pearce.
Lovely sunshine, but extreme heat for the players at pitch level. The referee is Martin Atkinson. Watford in the yellow and black, kicking us off and underway, kicking from right to left in their third ever senior appearance at Wembley Stadium. Watford had a man over on the edge of the penalty area. Deeney was unaware, he didn't get a shout, that's what he's saying. He was unaware that Poodle was behind him and well positioned. With Poodle downfield now, Zaha can run at Watford. Pushed out wide. He's still got in on goal here. Zaha, strong run, pulls it back. Garvin, and the shot was blocked. Crucial defending for Watford. After Zaha had gone beyond Cassetti, poor defending by him, then gone beyond Chalobah. And Doyley with the block from Garvin. And towards Vidra, what a good season he's had. Championship Player of the Year. And Jelinek certainly has caught Abdi, and that's going to be a yellow card. Rushed in. Yellow card offence. He's a competitive character. And it comes in, looking for Exton, who was up from the back. And the header away was by Wilbraham. Abdi will take it. Cassetti went near post. And goalkeeper Speroni spilled it. Doyley. Jelinek with the header down. Crystal Palace look the sharper side. They're first to the second balls more often. And here's Doyley. He's an enduring and endearing character. Jamaican international now, made his debut in March for all these years. He had an action in the air there with Chalobah. Dexter unopposed. Now here's a chance for Anya to run his man. This is what Watford wanted to see. Delaney's gone across to cover and get the challenge in, and got there and made it his. But if Watford can free Ikeshi Anya, they could have the key to the game. Chalobah. Anya with a dummy. Abdi. Poodle coming into the line. Hogg with a chip out wide. Deeney. Back over the head of Vidra. And Abdi clouts it out. And Deeney wants to know why there was no more support. Now, bear in mind Jelinek has been booked minutes ago. In the air here, what does he lead with? Leads with the arm. He certainly caught Chalobah. And many people will think he's fortunate to stay on the pitch. Next underway. Here's Vidra. Good break from midfield by Hogg. Turn back, finding support. Abdi to Vidra. Deeney takes up the running. Comes to Vidra, he'll shoot from there. It's a great block. Really good block by Delaney. The second time in a matter of moments he's put in a very, very important challenge. Saved his side there, Damien Delaney. Watford must have thought that was heading in. Kevin Phillips there, third row back, sipping from a drink on the substitutes bench. Could play a major role. First goal so very vital. Only Blackpool in the last 10 years have conceded the first goal and gone on to win. It's Legaue for Watford. That is the first shot on target in the game, and we've been playing 56 minutes. And no power whatsoever. Gianfranco Zola reportedly on a huge bonus if he can get Watford into the Premier League. Bonus negotiated with the owners because, to be frank, no one thought they'd be in this position. Watford at the start of the season. Legaue. Pudil is wide, he's got in behind here, chance for Watford in the opener. And he just overrun it a yard. Went down too easily for me in the box. Palace can break. It's a lovely ball forward from Garvin to Wilbraham. Can he finish now? Checks back inside, looks for support. Lacked confidence. And it's blocked and away, and Palace will have a free kick for the challenge on O'Keefe, and he wanted to go on and run it. Oh, and then the ball is slammed here rather recklessly at the Watford player Abdi on the ground. Hog furious with O'Keefe. Now there could be a booking for the Watford player for the challenge, and should be, but O'Keefe could be in graver damage. If it was deemed deliberate, his action at kicking the ball at the Watford player. Well, he's making a meal of this because he was down, having made the challenge that was a bookable challenge. Abdi slips, then fouls the Palace player. Might have been inadvertent, but it's a bookable offence. That, though, it was rash, stupid. It's going to be a yellow card for O'Keefe. Yet an etch. Looking for Wilfred Zaha. He's got in behind Cassetti. Lost his footing. Has the chance gone? Zaha, will he lay it back to Williams? We delayed. He's played it through to O'Keefe. Brilliant turn and shimmy. O'Keefe! That's a splendid piece of goalkeeping by Manuel Almunia. The man who's played in a Champions League final, in the playoff final of 2013, rescues Watford. Lovely shimmy there and move into space by the Palace substitute. That's their best moment in the game so far. That's the closest they've come. Off goes Johnny Williams to be replaced by Kevin Phillips. Williams was a year old when Kevin Phillips signed his first professional contract with Watford back in 1994. Now a Crystal Palace hero. He's in the thick of the action from their first corner of the game. Almunia came, it was taken away from him though by Deeney, and it's not yet cleared, and Wilbraham, and once again Almunia saved Watford. They dallied and they dawdled and they took their eye off the ball, and Palace are pouring it on now, and it's another corner kick to the Eagles. After you, Claude, nearly 1-0. Almunia spread himself low and well. Will he readjust to cope with Kevin Phillips? Here's Garvin, had a good game for Crystal Palace. Joel Ward's been secure. Looks a really bright prospect. Garvin trying to get beyond and bustling on and slips it into Wilbraham. Doyley there for Watford, my goodness me. How many times over the years has he been the club's saviour? It's still in play. Zaha switched to the left, trying to get beyond Anya. It's a throw only to Crystal Palace. It could have been so much more, but for the 30-year-old Mr. Watford, Lloyd Doyley. In comes the throw. Wilbraham with a little setup. Doyley's there again. Can't clear Garvin. Ooh, now that's a rather poor challenge by Ward. I think that was brewing over the last 2 or 3 minutes. Away by Poodle. And again to Deeney. Gabadon stepped out. Gabadon and Delaney been excellent for Crystal Palace. There's Zaha. No end product from him yet in the game. Surrounded by 3. Wilbraham must score! And doesn't, because Almunia stretched out a vital leg. Crystal Palace have missed their second half chances. Will they come back to regret them and rue them? Will the game spin on that? He should have scored. First touch took it just too far away from him, so he had to stretch. Watford in these late stages have gone to a back 4. Played in towards Legaue. He's looked lively since he came on. And a chance here. Is this the moment they win it? They back by Batocchio and Deeney over. It's their first effort on the Palace goal in a long, long while, and it was well wide. City seemed to be the hungrier player. O'Keefe was certainly hungry to get there. Zaha's to his left-hand side. Wilfred Zaha, can he win it for Crystal Palace? His controllers let him down. There's the trickery. It's a corner only, and another chance has come and gone for Crystal Palace. And on his big finale, his farewell day in a Crystal Palace shirt, he's wanted to do it so much for the club that gave him the big chance as a boy. And ultimately, with the final ball, when he's had a chance to get it in and create, things haven't gone his way. And we're into the last 35 seconds of this final. Taken by Moritz Jedinic! And Almunia has kept Watford in the game. Just checks his run slightly there, and that gives him a chance to get away from Cassetti. Moxey, intelligently done. Moritz, Phillips in the middle, Wilbraham in the middle, the big high hoist. Phillips, the header down, trying to set up his teammates. He could yet win it in extra time, because we go to extra time, because Manuel Almunia has made, in the second half, 5 important saves for Watford to keep them in it. Crystal Palace, by far the more creative side, but denied. And they have to do it in the extra half hour. 0-0 and into extra time.
When we return, we'll bring you the conclusion of the Empower Championship playoff final. Could Watford or Palace win it in extra time? Or would it take a penalty shootout to separate the two sides? Find out after the break. Welcome back to Wembley Stadium, where extra time was needed in the Empower Championship playoff final. Crystal Palace and Watford contesting a place in the Premier League. Jonathan Pearce describes the action.
Legaue challenging, Jedinic was there. Hogg. Batocchio. That's a good ball. Deeney round the back, and that's a splendid save. That's a really great save by Speroni, because he was moving to his right and somehow got back to his left and clawed it away. And Watford have missed their best chance of the game. Over the years, the Palace fans have said he's a great goalkeeper, and he rescued them there. Abdi with the ball in. Ward switched off at the far post, and he got his balance back, shifted it onto his left leg again, sprawled and saved. Batocchio, Legaue on the edge of the penalty area. Abdi holding in a deep position just on the edge. It's come in, Delaney is there. It may be that my eyes deceive me, but Palace at the start of extra time look a little bit leaden-footed. Forestieri, good touch on the run and cracks it. They started extra time, the better team. Fizzed it, but wide. The fourth official, John Brooks, will show the stoppage time for the first period of extra time, and the ball has dropped to Kevin Phillips from a poor clearance by Ekstrom. Here's Zaha to run at Cassetti. Oh, he's someone in the box, it's a penalty! Zaha produces, Cassetti is cautioned, and Palace have a penalty. He drew him into the challenge. Cassetti appealed, but he made contact with the Palace player. Zaha touched it beyond him. That is a dead set penalty. A stone wall penalty. Ian Holloway knew it straight away. Kevin Phillips will put the ball on the spot for Crystal Palace. A man whose career started at Watford in 1994, who's been beaten in 2 playoff finals, will take the penalty and scores! Crystal Palace 1, Watford 0, and this little gem of a goal scorer nets again. His 283rd career goal, a born goal scorer. There will be mixed emotions from the man who owns Watford so much, but the finish from the spot was unerring. He scored goals for Ian Holloway at Blackpool. Holloway gambled by bringing him in January. He's brought him off the bench this season, and he's seen him score 4 goals from the bench, and that could be the most precious. Watford have put Ekstrom forward as a makeshift centre forward as well, and they've got a free kick here as Deeney goes down. Moritz was hanging on, then he seemed to pull away. Palace have everyone back, but look at the Watford players, all 4 of them standing offside. At the moment they're standing in front of the goalkeeper to obscure his vision, and it came to nothing. Speroni looked out from behind the forest of Watford players, stepped to his left, and that is comfortable. High and hoisted and hanging, and Delaney met him. Tokyo, the substitute, with a cross back into the middle. Delaney and Janinic went for the same ball. Extra, and the shot is blocked, no penalty, and it's lifted high and lifted over by Alman Abdi. And it took another brave block by a Palace player to thwart Watford again. He threw himself at it. Joe Ward. Did it hit his arm? Ekstrom hit him right in the chest. The penalty shout was in vain. Watford have less than a minute. Did that last day defeat at home to Leeds take too much out of them emotionally? There's the header on by Legaue, away by Janinic, who's given it his all. Legaue tries to get into the box, bundles on. It slipped into Forestieri. He switches it onto his foot. It's off the line by Ward. Watford go that close to taking it to penalties. But Tokyo has it. Forestieri denied. In it comes again. And Speroni gathers and holds. And off the line by Joe Ward. His positional sense takes Crystal Palace to the Premier League. Or does it? There's a minute left. Forestieri's execution was superb, spinning it with the outside of his foot, and they thought it was there. Up into the mix again. Legaue heads it on. If Palace hold on to it, they'll win the game, but they rushed it and cleared it away. And Ian Holloway fumes, because that rush clearance gives Watford another chance to hoik it high, up towards Deeney. The header on, it's deflected! Oh, goodness me! I think he went off Danny Gabidon. He had no idea where it was going. One last attack, one last attempt, and it's headed up by Gabidon and away for another corner kick. What late drama we've got here. Palace leading 1-0. Almouni has gone forward for it. He'll get a second chance. No, he won't. Crystal Palace are in the Premier League. Zaha in his last game won the penalty kick. But the big story, the romantic story, is that Kevin Phillips, at the third time of asking, has won a playoff final. The old man of the game, at 39 years of age, has scored the penalty that takes Ian Holloway back to the Premier League. There is one more goal in me, said Kevin Phillips, and it comes in the £120 million playoff. The £120 million penalty given away by Cassetti, scored by Phillips, and Crystal Palace have beaten Watford by 1-0. The club that gave Kevin Phillips his chance, his break in league football, beaten by one of the great goal scorers in modern history. And it's Palace who go up and Watford who cry in despair. Crystal Palace 1, Watford 0. The trophy to come. This, one of the most romantic tales of recent years. It was in the Sunderland side, beaten on penalties by Charlton in '98 in the playoff final. He went off injured that day. He was in the West Brom side in 2007 that lost to Derby. He's watched from the bench, he's waited, his moment came. And Watford's players who've stayed to watch can only watch in utter dejection. £120 million it's worth, they say, but for those players this means more than money. He steered them back into the big time. Great relief for Ian Holloway. Jedinich, the captain, holds out his hands, grabs the trophy and lofts it high with the red and blue ribbons fluttering on a sunny day at Wembley. Pictures that mean the Crystal Palace fans and their players and their admirable owners and valiant manager. Premier League football is returning. A wonderful day for Crystal Palace. They're back in the big time. They have won the 2013 N-Power Football League Championship playoff final by 1-0.
It's crazy. I'm just glad I managed to bring Palace to pen with me. It's all I wanted really. Since the day I signed for Manchester United, that was my goal, to just get Palace up.
I think you could claim as much right to this victory as Kevin Phillips. That block on the line just before the end.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. It's something that we always learn, always taught, and you know, I'm just in the right place at the right time, and thankfully the ball just landed on my head and I was able to clear it away.
Look at what you have done.
Look at what I inherited, look what the lads have done for me, and I'm very fortunate, very fortunate. I like working with good people. They deserve all sorts of credit. We were rubbished a few weeks ago with the run we were on, and now they've showed all sorts of skill, determination, and I'm so chuffed for them.
I know what's lying ahead for these lads in the Premier League. It's a magnificent league to play in. You know, it lifts the players' careers. The club, as you said, 120 million. Listen to it, they deserve it, and you know, whether I'm here or not next year, we're going to enjoy tonight.
You have to enjoy parts of your life which are really special like this, and you have to play well when you need to, and we've done that. Unfortunately, we had a couple of opportunities to go second. We weren't as good as Cardiff because we couldn't win them games. So, but there's an awful lot of teams that weren't as good as Cardiff this year, and well done to them. But now this group are growing. They're going to need to, because we've got a hell of a task on now. All the big wigs get bigger, and we've got a piece of it. And what that means to the four gentlemen who own this club, I can't tell you. Ask them. They deserve it.
You have to take the lows as well. It's you use the lows to, you know, then to make sure that when you bounce back, you bounce higher. So I have no regrets. I think we've done everything we had to be done, and it didn't work, but it is going to work next year.
Congratulations to Crystal Palace, victorious at Wembley Stadium and headed for the Premier League. Now commiserations go to Watford, who'll begin another championship season in August, and that's when you'll see us next. Until then, from all of us at the Football League Show, it's goodbye.